Hi, I'm Melkia Ames, the Unleasher. Welcome to my channel and thank you for watching this video. Like, share, and comment. And if you haven't done so already, hit that bell and subscribe to my channel. So that way, every time I drop new content, you are notified so that you can check it out right away. And so in the previous video, I talked about change and I shared that if we want to see different results take place in our lives, that we must be willing to do things differently. In other words, we must be willing to change, because what change does, it allows us to move forward, and it also allows us to experience new and exciting things in our lives. And change, more importantly, helps us to be better individuals. I also shared in the video steps that you can take that can help you to start and work through the self-development change process. So make sure you check out that video for that information and layer it with this one, because I'm going to build on to that change foundation from that video. And in this video, I want to talk to you about a few things that you want to make sure that you do when you decide to change, okay? Few things you want to make sure you do when you decide to change. First thing is you have to change your language. You have to change your language. You must speak positivity, like English and French and Spanish is a language. Yes, positivity is a language too. And it's the language of success. You must speak it being positivity, so that you can see the change that you desire if you want to truly see it happen. This is what I've come to understand. When you speak positivity, you use language that is clear and concise. You use language that is results oriented, and you use language that builds your confidence. It's important to speak positive language so your words can connect to your brain and body, so that your brain and your body will start believing it, that it can happen for you. I want to also tell you something else. You can learn to speak positivity even if you've spoken negativity your entire life. I'm going to say it again. Even if you've spoken negative your entire life about yourself, about your situation, about I can't do, this won't happen, that won't happen, I'll never be. Guess what? If you make the decision now, you can learn to speak positivity. You just need to make the decision and start practicing daily. The more you practice the language, you'll learn the patterns and you will start to master the language. It's just like learning a new language, like French, for example. I used to learn, I was taught French in middle school and a little bit more in high school, and I put it down. And so I would speak well in certain things. I wasn't fluent, but I could speak some things and understand the language a little bit. But I've made a decision to go back to learn French. So I have my Rosetta Stone and I'm practicing consistently. I have a coach and I'm learning and picking up more on French, not just words, but phrases. And the more, what I'm finding is the more that I am practicing the language, the more that I'm understanding the rules and the patterns of the language, I am starting to master some of the language. Okay. I'm starting to understand when I'm listening and my coach and the mentor or the tutor is talking in French, I can pick up on some things like, oh, I know what that is. Okay. And it's starting to understand, making sense for me. And it's the same thing with speaking positivity. You have to continue to speak it daily. And the more that you speak it, the more that you are around individuals, whether your coach, accountability partner, your friends who are speaking positivity, you will start to connect to that language, okay? Your brain and your body and all that stuff will start connecting to that language and will cause you to start believing it. You've been speaking one way and now you're learning to speak another. And so you're expanding both your language and your brain capacity of more, of change, of more, of new, of success. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it's a stretch, but I'm going to encourage you to hang in there. Hang in there and keep speaking it until it becomes comfortable. Keep speaking it until it becomes second nature. Keep speaking it until when you say it and you hear it, it's not foreign to you anymore. It's like, who are you saying that to? You saying that to yourself, okay? Let me share another thing about this speaking positivity, and even in those instances where you've been speaking negativity either all your life or just recently or for a while. Neuroscience has proven that you can rewire your brain to replace destructive patterns of thought, speech, and behavior with more positive ones. So it just requires you to continue to practice daily and be willing to change your language. Change your language to help you speak the change that you want to see happen in your life. Okay. The second thing I want to share is about believing. You have to believe. You must believe that the change will happen. Sometimes this part is harder than speaking it because it requires you to believe in yourself. It requires you to put faith in yourself and invest in yourself. And what I've come to understand as individuals, sometimes we can do that so much easier with, quicker without even blinking our eyes for other people. Like we can do that. We're going to speak positive to them. We got faith that their change is going to happen. We will invest in them. But then when it comes to ourselves, we're a little hesitant. You have to believe. When you believe, that's what you're doing. You're creating a vision for yourself, a vision of a better you, a vision of a whole you, a vision of a healed you. You're creating a vision for yourself that you will no longer live in poverty, for example, but in prosperity. You're creating a vision for yourself, for example, that you will no longer live beneath the standards, but instead you will live in abundance. You're creating a vision for yourself, for example, that you will not be a procrastinator anymore. This pandemic has caused a lot of people to stop procrastinating, especially it just been the spirit of procrastination. I'm going to get to it. I got time. That's how no time waits for no one. And so if you're a procrastinator, you have to believe that you will not be a procrastinator, but you will do things timely and ahead of time to meet deadlines. But this takes practice. It takes daily practice. And it takes belief. And when you believe, you are also strengthening your will to do. What do I mean by that? In other words, your belief in yourself will cause you to take action. It will cause you to be motivated to keep doing whatever it takes to change until change happens. It will cause you to keep being motivated and taking action until your desired goals are met. When you believe and it strengthens your will to do, then you will choose taking action to change over top of the action to watch Netflix. You'll take action to change over binge watching for a weekend or a few days. You'll take action to change over, if it's health change, you'll take action changing to eat healthy versus grabbing for the junk food or the sodas or just the food that doesn't work well with your body. You'll take action to change to exercise versus chilling out. So when you believe in yourself, you are strengthening your will to do, which means you not only strengthen your will to do, you are then strengthening your ability to take action. Let me share with you something that happened that I saw took place that kind of helped me, encouraged me. And I was like, wow, that aligns with what we're talking about today about the change piece of changing your language and believing that it will happen. So about 2 weeks ago, the girls were over and they wanted to ride their skates outside. And so we decided, yep, let's go outside and ride your skates. So we took them out in the yard. We got them all prepared, put their skates on, and they're still in the process of learning skates, learning how to use the skates. They tried it before, and of course, Mama and Pop had to help them out, and their dad help them out, help them move around, hold their hands so that they could skate. Well, this time, and the last time they've been on skates, I would say was about last fall. About the fall, into summer, fall was the last time they've been on skates. And so Nala got on. Nala put her skates on, went outside, a little shaky, but she was moving. She didn't need our help anymore. She didn't need us to hold her elbows or hold her hand, or she didn't need lock in, or she didn't have that fear. She was a little okay with moving on her own. Her balance is better. And so she's, gliding along and, getting better with each step. just improving her stride. Sophia, on the other hand, Sophia was a little nervous. She was excited to be on the skates, ready to learn, ready to skate, and was just so excited. But that little nervousness was there, little fear was there, because she didn't want to fall. She didn't want to hurt herself. And so she asked, Mama, help me. Can you help me, Mama? Of course, I'm gonna help you. And so, we help her, hold her hand, help her skate, teaching her how to do it and things like that. At the same time, she's watching her sister doing it on her own. And, she's like, oh, I want to do it. I'm a little nervous, Mama. Oh, I don't know what to do. And so Pop-Pops comes over, and Pop-Pop's the skater. Mama Kid's not the skater. When I tell you Pop-Pop is the skater, he has always been the skater. Like Chris can skate his butt off. Okay. Shout out. That man can skate. I'm not a skater. I know how to skate, but when I'm talking about the backward skates and the dipping down with the, he's do all that. He think he still can. So we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, Pop-Pop was giving them instructions, and, Pop-Pop was saying, you can do this, Sophia. I was saying it too, but I guess I was the one holding up. I was a crutch. I guess the crutch piece didn't help her, but Pop-Pop didn't hold her hand, or he wasn't willing to do that. He just said, you can do this. She said, well, what if I fall? He said, if you fall, it might hurt, but then you just got to get back up. You can do this. And she said, I watched how during this process of spending time outside, how she went from being afraid and fearful and nervous to she started speaking to herself. First thing she did, and she started saying, I can do this. I can do this. She kept saying over and over and over, I can do. I don't need your help, Mama. I don't need Mama to stand and hold my hand. I don't need Mama to hold me. I can do this. I can do this. I can skate from the gate to down there where Nala is in the grass. And she kept saying it. And little by little, as she kept saying it, she started believing it. And she started believing, something like clicked. And she kept speaking it. She started believing that she could do it. And then it went from, Mama, don't stand behind me, Mama. I can do it without you, Mama. And I said, okay. And she wouldn't look back. She said, I know when I get down here to this gate, Mama's not going to be behind me, because I'm going to do this by myself. And by time we spent that time outside, and she kept speaking to herself and believed that she could, guess what, y'all? You got it. Sophia was able to skate on her own without any assistance from me. She did it, but I watched how she started speaking it, and she started believing it, and her posture started changing. And you can see this whole process just from a 7-year-old. So imagine if we took those same steps daily with the things that we want to get accomplished, with the goals that we have set before us, or the self-development things that we need to work on as individuals to be better. Imagine how powerful, how much stronger, how further along you'll be. And so again, change your language, speak what it is that you want to see happen and change, and then believe. Connect your speech, connect the words, say it out loud, and it will build your confidence. And what you were afraid to do, you will then start doing and doing. And since that day, we continued to take her out when she's over. She's been out practicing, and they're both been practicing and getting better, but they don't need us to hold on to them. They don't need that crutch anymore. And so I wanted to share that with you, because as I was preparing for this, I realized, I said, wow, I saw this happen with my grandchild. And so I want to share that with you to encourage you as you are going through your change process, to continue to speak and change the language, and then believe that it will happen. The last thing I want to say with you is, when I'm going through change, Sometimes, again, it's uncomfortable. It's a road that you never take before. It's uncertain. Change happens. But the one thing that has always helped me through change is Christ. Is Christ. I can't do anything without him. And the one thing that I realized with everything that I've done, what I've been able to accomplish, what I haven't been able to accomplish because I just didn't get it accomplished. I failed at it and I had to try something else. The things that I was successful at that was in alignment with my life and my purpose, because everything that we go after, it doesn't happen because it's not for us. And I believe that too. But those things that was for me, that was aligned for me, and those things that are aligned for you, I want to tell you, like Philippians 4:13 says, that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. He gives us the strength. So in those moments where we're going through change, and change, again, it's not easy. There are going to be some tough spots. Just remember that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And know that when you face change and any other thing that you have to face, when you face it with God, he's the ultimate source of strength that will help you to get to where you need to be. All right. So stay in there, keep changing to become a better you, and keep changing to achieve your goals, and keep changing to unleash the real you. All right. So thank you again for stopping by. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all again soon. Take care.